We got 3,000 gotchis in the game. Crazy. All-time high. Every day. New all-time high. Pretty nuts. Feel free to raise your hand if you want to come on up here. Otherwise, we're just going to chill. Let's see. Zombie Shepherd, are you planning to record this? There he goes. I'm curious, do you actually have to be on the stage in order to record? How does that work? Okay, no futuristic. Cool. Also recording. You gonna come on, sir?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
It's going good. I've been very busy as a lending manager, so it's been a lot of fun.
Is that
How's everything?
your new
Um,
profession?
yeah, it's my new job. I bought a new little bag that I carry a Surface Go in with my camera. So when I'm at the bar or anywhere, everybody's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm handling some gotcha lending. Just let me do what I do." How's it been for you? I know it's been we're over 3,000. Did a queue
Yep.
set into place yet or no?
I think it's set up. I think they were able to, the devs were working really hard to find out what's causing some of the lag issues, and they were able to fix some of the bigger ones, I think. So looks like we are possibly can scale out to, they were saying four, possibly 5,000 right now, without too much lag. I mean, I know some people do have lag. But typically, I think if you turn off all the animations and stuff locally, it probably helps a lot. So that's part of it. But the server side, last time they were showing me, it was looking pretty cool on the server side. So
That's
that
good.
was nice. And so yeah, I think we have the queue set for 4,000 now. It would be interesting to have it to be able to turn it on, but at the same time, we don't really want to mess with people's lending schedules. Like if you turn on the queue, suddenly you can only play for an hour at a time. It's gonna, some people are gonna freak out. So we'd rather not have to have any sort of queue.
Yeah, if possible. That makes sense.
Let's see. If you guys have any like scholars who are, if they want to come on and say hi, and like it'd be cool to hear from their perspective how things are going. We've hear For us, we hear a lot of the kind of negative sides where there's been some ups and downs where this morning the allowance of the hot wallet that we use to send out Alchemica was at zero, so there was about a 2 hour period or 90-minute period where there were no funds being sent out, so that caused a little bit of chaos. So we hear a lot of the support side from the scholars, but it'd be interesting to hear how this stuff is going for them. Are they having a good time, or is it like what's their perspective on everything? If you guys have any scholars who want to come up on stage, it'd be cool. Manner says, how can you turn off animations in the Gotchiverse? If you go right before you log in, there's a button, settings button, and you can turn off all the different animations and stuff right there. So looks kind of boring, but it's definitely easier on the CPU because a lot of the lag is caused just because there's 3,000 gotchis in the game, and we do have it broken down into uh, this thing called AOI, this AOI area. But even so, there's still probably 500 people in your region at any time. So it's a lot of data flowing back and forth.
Yeah, the one
But
scholar that I have is loving it, man. He's like, this is the best opportunity he's ever had. He could pay for his school and work a couple hours a day and make more than he can at like a real job.
that's nuts. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
It's a great opportunity out there for lots of people. I mean, like we just, we have one perspective living where we are at, and like, having the opportunities we have, and like, obviously, like I have gotchis and stuff, and being able to let people use them and like give them most of the opportunity that I can't even make use of anyways is great.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. I've been doing more upfront ghost rentals so that I'm not like contributing to the Alchemica dump. But it's been good. Like it's felt really good to be able to like kind of facilitate like economic benefit for other people with my gotchis. It's kind of weird, but like in a beautiful way, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the early scholars from Axie, they probably felt similar, like, wow, this is super cool. I can lend out my Axie team and have people kind of play. But they had all that hassle of the
Man,
management and yeah, all the bureaucracy and stuff. This is just like instant, super cool.
well, and so much of like the problems that they had were scam related, and it's like
Yeah.
so much of that has been trustlessly just removed from the equation. Like
Yep.
there's virtually no way to get scammed unless somebody like borrows your thing and just doesn't play it. And that's not even really like a scam. It's just like maybe they didn't enjoy it, maybe whatever. Maybe their computer couldn't handle it. Like you don't know.
Yeah.
Man, I feel better about that. But I'm not selling any of my Alchemica. You can't get me to sell it. I refuse. That's going straight to Glamour.
Yep. Well, there's not really great liquidity for it right now anyway, so it's
Yeah, it's just I don't even. It's like when you have your coins in your pocket and you don't spend them because it's too much of a hassle. It's like I just wanna have a little money in my wallet, little Alchemica, little build a material, little something to start.
Yeah, I have my second wallet, which is the third party address I've been using for this, is accumulating a nice amount of Alchemica. But I've been doing, like I said, mostly ghost upfront deals. But I've been taking the ghost that I've been getting and reinvesting it into drop tickets. So at this point, I'm closing in on almost 200 drop tickets purchased like this week alone. So hopefully that's like my little baby version of money Legos, where I'll flip the proceeds of the rentals into drop tickets, and then hopefully flip the drop tickets into some other yield down the
there you
line.
go.
Nice.
That's an interesting bet because I mean the next drop for the drop tickets will either be Haunt 3 or the next like raffle for land. Which do you think is going to be first?
Honestly, I've speculated that I think with the growth of the game at the current state, I think we'll probably get a Haunt 3 before a land raffle.
Yeah, I
Because
think we're gonna have
yeah,
an easier time getting players than we are at like interest-bearing asset holders because of like our price point. So yeah, I'm in agreement. I think that the Gotchi like supply is gonna be under pressure first.
yeah, like how many players are we at right now, currently in the Gotchiverse?
Like
There's
3,100.
3,000, yeah, 3,100 right now. All pretty much new all-time high.
Yeah,
Some of those are bots, and so who knows what some of them are. Some of them are just AFK. But at the end of the day, like it's a gotchi. There can only be one of the gotchis in the game at any time. So there's that limit. There are plenty of gotchis at the same time. It's going to be a big citadel. I mean, 25,000 gotchis used. There's only like so many gotchis that could be used at the same time. So we have a max limit currently of is there like 20,000 gotchis currently? So we're maxed out at 20,000 players at a time in the game until liquidators come.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, and like liquidators, like the DAO would need to make a decision there. Do we want liquidators first? Do we want Haunt 3 gotchis first? liquidators really aren't supposed to be coming until the grid, which is, well, it's on the roadmap, but it's going to take some time to plan all that out and get that delivered. But it'll be interesting to see what the DAO decides on that.
Yeah, it'll probably have to do with a lot of like what the tokenomic feel is after more crafting comes online, more gameplay comes online. Like, because at the end of the day, like, we're still, I mean, I wouldn't even consider Alchemica to be like through any real price discovery. I mean, like, given the launch that we had, I mean, like, it looks healthy, but like, it's just it's still so new. Anything could happen, really. So I'm sure that like as more, velocity picks up with it and the circulating supply can creep up, it's as it matures anyways, like I think that the DAO will feel more confident about more supply, because it's like at the end of the day, if we have really healthy tokenomics for all of our like trading like tokens, I think it's just like a no-brainer that growth is like more, the market can grow more confidently. Because at the end of the day, as coins look riskier and riskier, stable yield-bearing crypto assets are looking sexier and sexier.
Yeah, that's very true.
Beamerberry says liquidators before gotchis. Let's see him in action. It's like, well, maybe we could have like I feel like you could have combat without it being through liquidators. But
it would be nice to run around and beat something else up other than the gotchis.
I think that prioritizing an arena would be awesome over liquidators. Like, let us fight against each other before we start balancing off of like peons.
The arena, we have multiple ways we probably will go on that. What would you guys, as a community, be most excited about? Would you want like battle royale with like 10 versus 10, mini games, capture the flag, 1v1, like what would be the coolest arena that you guys would love to see? Just yes.
Yeah. A custom, like if we could customly map our own like arrangement, like similar to I'm trying to think like other games that do this, like I don't know, like a custom game in like a RTS game, or like the duel in like Resident Evil. Sort of have like
YouTube,
yeah, you can sort of like customize the where you can customize the parameters. I think would be like ideal. But I mean, it would make sense to have two different types for at least for like number of players. Like you have like 2 people, and then you have multi battle or whatever. Like maybe it's like looks like a battle royale or like a free for all, or perhaps you can customize it to teams or something. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, like because I mean it'd be cool if you could like people could spectate at the same time. You could watch, you could see like a 10v10 or whatever, and then spectate on it. Would be pretty nuts.
Yeah, and you could take the coin flip as a spectator, if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think being able to spectate will be a lot of fun. Like even just the last couple days, I've been live streams and people on Twitch, like Addison. I was doing this with my Callium. A few Gotchi gang members like jumped in, and we just basically ran around the realm together during these live streams. So if we could do that, like 10 on 10 like group play, being able to watch it, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, especially like combat action involved. I mean, like it's just gonna be fun. Like, who doesn't like doing that? It's simple enough where all your friends can enjoy it. Like, it's not too difficult for anybody to pick up and play.
Yeah,
like Mario Party.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we were playing like it was Manhunt, like capture the flag. Like one of us would run and try to get away from the other gotchis, since we're all evenly like our speed is all the same right now in the game. So it's like then it built on strategy, trying to run through Alchemica fields to slow down, and then go through like or run up to attacks and try to hide behind the glow, and then just dart off when no one's like paying attention. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. People already being creative. all these fun things to do are gonna make me have to consider your ghost rental strategy. No futures. Like all these, if somebody's like gonna be playing this thing just to like spectate some live battles, cut into my rental earnings.
Yeah, right. We were talking about yesterday the idea that there's going to be like different strategies. We're in the play drop phase, so everybody's thinking about rentals in the form of people looking for Alchemica. But very soon, once we have land on like online, and we can open up parcels and roll that VRF, it's because scholars roles will shift a little bit. There'll be still players who are doing the play drop, but I can see an economy where like I personally would be looking to hire scholars just to empty my reservoir. And we were talking about it yesterday. This might be a good question for Coder Dan. If I lend someone my Gotchi and I have a split, say 20/80, and I hire them to go empty my reservoir and deposit it, when they empty the reservoir and when they go to deposit it, they would get 70 or 80% of the whatever was in the reservoir. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think right now it's not. It will. It's. I don't think it's set up exactly like that yet, but that's probably a change that we will make. So, if the Gotchi, first of all, you would need to give the Gotchi permission to empty your reservoir for you. So that's kind of step one, which is that's a thing that we need to add to the contract right now. Is that ability to basically. Well, if you own the land and you own the Gotchi, it should be pretty much a no-brainer. But this would be more for like, if you own the land but you don't have a Gotchi, you could designate certain Gotchis to come on your land and empty stuff. But anyway, so yeah, the Gotchi would come on if it's your Gotchi. It's allowed to empty, so it's going to empty the reservoir, and the reservoir, a portion of it gets spilled over. A portion of it will go directly to whoever is doing the emptying. So we would basically check on chain. I think we're already pretty much doing this. I have to check though. But on chain, it'll know, is this a borrowed Gotchi or is this the owner playing, and it will automatically do the split right there in the contract as that on chain emptying transaction is happening.
Yeah, so that's what I figured. So I'm thinking, like, I was thinking about, like, even just the strategy that I might have to go and hire scholars and pay them up front with no split to avoid them getting that part of that reservoir empty. Like, so instead of them being a scholar, like, kind of they would shift more into, like, a third-party contractor, almost, like, independent contractor, where I'd hire them, pay them a little ghost just to go and empty the reservoir with no split.
Yeah, I mean, or you could give them like a 5% split. Like the percentages just might radically change at that point.
Yeah, because if you're emptying a reservoir, that might be a lot of Alchemica coming out at once.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I imagine the split for that would not be 10, 8, 90. It'd be like 90-10 or 95-5, and it'd be because it could be a significant amount of Alchemica. But that's another interesting question. Like, so there's gonna be all this Alchemica dropping all the time. There's gonna be only around 20,000 Gotchis at a time in the Citadel, able to pick it up. They're gonna be busy. Like these 20,000 Gotchis are gonna be busy because it's a big place. The Citadel is so big, even for 20,000 Gotchis. It's like. They're gonna be in play drop mode all the time. If they're not emptying a reservoir, they're gonna be out like running around picking up Alchemica.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like it's so quickly gonna become that there's not enough like gotchis for all the work to get done, right? So then people are gonna be competing for like the people that the play that is available to like get all the work done on their land, or else like it's just not gonna get done. It's just gonna sit there and like people are gonna run through their fields and pick up all their stuff. Yeah, I'd love to see it. I think I'm gonna be able to actually get my scholar. He's hopping on his computer. I think he's gonna be able to come up and chat and let us know a little bit about his experience. Maybe he's got some friends doing the same thing.
Cool.
Yep. So keep an eye out for that. He's gonna be raising his hand. I'll be watching.
Also, friends, if you're in the Gotchiverse right now, I'm in the Gotchiverse. Let's do a quick photo at near the top, that main gate at the top of the map, at the, I guess, the double cross, the very top of the T's. I'm gonna shift up there. I'm using no bailout, so if you see that Gotchi, that's me.
All right, I'll jump in. Hey, interesting question I've been thinking about. It'd be cool to hear what you guys think. When you're in the Gotchiverse, you don't like if you see if I for example you see no futuristic Gotchi like running around, you don't actually know that it's no futuristic playing it, right? It could be like he could have lended out and someone could be playing as him. Do you think
Yeah,
that we should what's up?
I was gonna say I seen Music City Gotchi Gang multiple times last night when I was playing, and I wasn't sure whether it was No Future because he said he had it rented out.
Yeah, I've been renting
Yeah,
out all
so
the Gotchis, so
it raises an interesting question. Uh, should should a borrowed gotchi appear different than a non-borrowed gotchi? Like, should there be an indicator? Because like, imagine if you see Coder Dan running around, you're like, oh my God, it's Coder Dan, and it's actually not me. It's like a scholar playing as me. Would
I
that?
like that. I like your idea of putting something there, maybe on the top right corner of the Gotchi, maybe showing that it's a rental.
Yeah, like I'm rented, or just like a little R or something like next to it.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that will play in very big. Like right now, it's not that big a deal because you can't I
Yeah.
mean, you can't really do any bad actions in the game other than like sniping people for Keck. But eventually, like when you're able to go out there and potentially ruin my reputation by going and robbing a whole bunch of gotchis or something, then maybe it'll be best to know that it's not me doing it, it's just somebody else. But then
Yeah,
wouldn't that show up as rented if like I remember you put out something saying that the we could do a rental to ourselves if we're
yeah.
using a cold wallet to get the hot wallet lend the gotchi to the hot wallet to keep like security in place. That would also show up as a rented gotchi. So that might
Right.
be not work for some people who are actually playing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why it's a little bit tough to really check who's actually playing. Is it me playing, or is it did I lend it to my other hot wallet to play?
In that
Yeah.
case, I think that maybe it just doesn't matter at that point. But it would be nice to see rental. Like if I ran in last night, I could know whether it was No Future or not.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it going either ways. Like it's at the end of the day, it's a game. Like I don't. But if you are somewhat official or something, and you're renting out your gotcha, you should be like somewhat wary of people impersonating you like nefariously. I mean, like that will exist, especially when we have like chat.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
chat, that's a little bit scarier to think about. So like, hey, like somebody could borrow my. Maybe I won't rent out that gotchi then, so that people can't go.
give up on that. You know, just
Yes,
keep
yes.
running towards it.
Even if
Yep.
even if the token is far, you try to go as long as no one
Yep.
has
Keep
picked up
trying
it.
until it's gone. Yep. Keep trying until
Yes,
it's
yes.
gone.
Especially the keks, man. Those are so easy to miss. They're like camouflaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, that color, especially if you're using a gotchi with that pink color background, they could pop up next to you. You don't even see it.
Good pro tips.
Good to know, because I have my Wi-Fi gotchi. It's like complete opposite of pink. So I'll make sure to wear my contrast gear.
Yep.
Ooh, I just saw FUD. Get it. Yes.
I was gonna ask you, Coder Dan.
Hey.
Why is it that before there was drops on top of the Alchemica deposits, and now I don't see any more drops on the Alchemica deposits?